Hello everyone, welcome back to the Magic Shop. Okay, someone pointed out to me in the last video, yes, I was a bit forgetful and forgot to sell Keep and Laugh in the beard, so let's go ahead and take this Whorl of the Desert Dervish's beard and give it to Keep and Laughin'. This means, thank you for bringing me the Whorl from the Dervish. Here is the money that is, that the beard is worth. Yes. Alright, and I'll go ahead and resave quickly as sold beard. Alright, now I'll go ahead and play Keep and Laughin's little game. Let's go ahead and challenge him to the game. You challenge Keepin to a friendly magical duel. Keepin goes to the left, Hero goes to the right. And for some reason it's always really dark when you first come in here. It's kind of weird. This must be another room of Keepin's shop. You can hardly see a thing, but it's strangely cool in here, and you can feel a draft of some sort. I always forget if that's, yeah, it's draft, I'm sorry. For some reason I was confused whether that should be pronounced drought, but no, drought is with a U, and that's when you don't get any food. Whoa, that's deep! As the room lights up, you realize you're standing on top of a pillar very high above the ground. You think you can vaguely see Shapir far below. After overcoming the initial surprise, common sense kicks in, and you realize there weren't any unrealistically tall pillars protruding from Shapir when you got here, so what you're seeing must be an illusion of some kind. Unless this pillar is actually floating in space and the bottom is not supported by anything that extends all the way to the ground. Okay, 5 clouds show up on each side, for a total of 10, obviously, because 5 times 2 is 10, I think. Here we go. This is actually full instructions for the game. I'm not going to read the entire text boxes. You can read them if you want. Basically, the object of the game is to hit all your opponent's clouds with a Force Bolt spell. So, Keep and Laughin' has 5 clouds on his side here on the left. We have 5 clouds here on our side on the right. But you can't cast Force Bolt spells directly at the clouds. Instead, you cast them at these prisms in the middle, of which you can only see 5 right now because this box is covering them up. But use the Force Bolt spell to fire a Force Bolt into the maze. So basically, you can shoot a Force Bolt spell into at a prism, and then it'll bounce around. And we can't see any of the prisms at all now, but I'll explain how they work in a minute. Use the trigger spell to cycle through the 6. So basically, use the trigger spell to turn the prisms around. Use the fetch spell to remove a prism from its current location, causing it to end up in the empty spot on the field. And Detect Magic is really just, it doesn't actually do anything, it just shows you which clouds can be currently hit, which I guess is useful if you don't want to bother tracing it out manually, but it's really just, to me it seems a little bit, well, whatever. Anyway, the game will end when one player has lost all of their target clouds. Be careful not to hit your own clouds by accident. Yeah, that would suck. Okay, so we have 5 clouds, Keepin' has 5. Basically, the way these prisms work is, see the green line? Well, all of them have a green line extending to the right. And obviously the red arrow then indicates the deflection of the prism. Here's the thing though, that the angle only applies, actually I shouldn't say only applies, there's no restriction, it applies to every angle that the Force Bolt spell might approach it from. I probably didn't phrase that very well, but let's say, okay, so see how this prism has the line going to the green line going to the right, as every other prism does, and it has a red arrow pointing down and to the left. That signifies then a rotation to the left of what is that? I guess 90 plus 45 degrees, which is 135, I think. So that means that will always rotate the spell to the left 135 degrees. Maybe a simpler one is this, because 135 is kind of a weird angle to work with. So this one in the center will rotate 45 degrees to the right at all times. So it means, of course, if the spell comes in this way from the right side of the screen, then it will get ricocheted off in that direction. But it also applies if the spell comes up from the bottom. If the spell comes up from the bottom, it will still get deflected to the right 45 degrees and then going to the upper right that way. Make sense? Another example, just in case I didn't explain that very well. This obviously indicates that if the spell comes in this way, it will get rotated 90 degrees to the left. But if the spell comes up from the bottom, it will get rotated 90 degrees to the screen's left. And then if it comes in from this direction, it'll get rotated 90 degrees left, and let's go up towards the top of the screen. I hope you understand what I'm saying. If not, you'll probably start figuring it out as I'm starting to cast the Force Bolt spells on these prisms. These excuse me, these walls at the top and bottom are just reflective, so if the spell hits them, it just bounces off. The faces don't have any significance. The faces are just there to annoy you, or at least they annoy me, certainly. This is the trigger spell. This is the fetch spell. This is Force Bolt. This is Detect Magic. What do these two do? I don't even know. I don't care. This is to take a mana pill. You don't have any mana pills. Somebody advised me in the last video that I should probably bring some mana pills with me when I play this game, but I didn't bother to because I am terrible at this game and I will probably lose. This is also very useful. This basically just turns on that grid on and off so you can see the different ways in which spells can bounce, which can be very useful. So let's go ahead and see what we're going to do. Let's see. So let's say I want to... I don't know. Let's just... So I'm really not very good at this game. I have no idea what kind of strategy you're supposed to use. So I'm just going to go ahead and randomly say, let's pick this cloud. I want to knock this cloud of keepins in the this cloud in the middle. So let's see. So if I cast a spell... Let's see. So if I started from here, then the bolt would get deflected that way. It would hit this and get rotated 90 degrees to the right, so it would end up going this way, and that would cause it to hit this, and it would then get deflected 135 degrees to the left, which I believe, since it's coming from here, would cause it to go down, and this would deflect it 90 degrees to the left, so it would go this way, and then finally 45 degrees to the right, so it would come... Oh, that would hit one of my clouds then, because I believe it would bounce out and hit this cloud here, so we don't want to do that. Let's go ahead and rotate... I don't know what the heck. Let's just go ahead and... This is the trigger spell. The trigger spell is the one that's selected automatically when you start the game. Let's just go ahead and hit that prism and see it rotates the red arrow 45 degrees. Keep it also cast a trigger on one of the prisms. So let's see now. So now if I do this, then that'll... I still don't want to... I don't really want to do that. What I wanted... Okay, let me rotate this. There we go. And now next time when oh, here comes one of his Force Bolt spells. Okay, and he knocked out one of my clouds. So we're already one down. He's already got a lead on us. He knocked off one of our clouds. Now I should start knocking off some of his. I'm probably going to lose this game. I think I already said that, but I anticipate that I'll probably lose. Okay, so what I'm going to do is cast a Force Bolt spell on this prism now, because what will happen is it'll come down this way, get rotated 45 degrees to the right, which means it'll go straight left, and then it'll hit this and knock that cloud. Let's see what happens. Alright, that worked. Alright, what's next? Let's see. So if I cast trigger on this now and rotate that way, then I can do the same thing again, and it'll hit the other cloud. Like so. Alright, that's not too bad. Let's see. Let's rotate that, why not? Again, I'm terrible at this game, but... Crud, that's not going to work very well now, is it? I don't know what the heck, let's rotate that. Why not? Oh, he rotated that same thing again. Alright, let's rotate that a little bit, sure, why don't we? Alright, so now if I cast a spell on this, it's going to come down here, get rotated left. Wait, then it's going to rotate to the left, I don't want to do that. Okay, that's going to rotate. Oh, there goes one of my clouds. Alright. So that means it's going to... Wait, it's coming this way and then gets rotated, deflected. I was just going to end up going this way straight. Yeah, I don't want to do that. So let's do that once more. And now it should... Ooh, I don't know if that's going to work. Let me see what this does. Oh, it did work. Okay, very nice. Alright, let's rotate this one, sure. And so that's... Okay, so we're currently even. We're 1 for 1. I think if I do this now... I think this should... Oh, it didn't hit that cloud. Darn it. Okay, he hit one of my clouds, so I think I am just about done for. But let's see what we can do. Let's try rotating this once more. And I'm going to try casting at this once more. What? Why did that happen? Crud. You know, I don't care. I hate this game. I'm sorry. This game is really annoying. I'm just going to keep passing until I lose, just so you can see what happens when you lose. Oh, see, one of the clouds turns into a storm cloud and rains upon you. I would have lost anyway. Alright. This means you lost. Would you like to play again? No, I would not. Okay. I was hoping to at least play 2 games in this video, but obviously I'm already past 10 minutes, so I'll just leave it at that. Basically, since I'm probably never going to win it, I'll just tell you what happens when you win. The first time that you win that game, you get a charged up version of the Force Bolt spell. Basically, you have the ability to charge up your spell before you actually throw the Force Bolt, which can make for a more powerful spell. I don't really see the point of that since I don't use the Force Bolt spell very much anyhow. I guess it would be it could be useful in some situations, but I would never actually use it. The second time you win the game, Keep and Laughing just gives you an electric fan. I don't know if it's the same electric fan, but it's actually like it gives you an electric fan that you can use to decorate your room. You can't actually turn it on because it has no electricity, but you can use it as an item to decorate the hero's bedroom with it, the katta's tail end. And finally, then after that, every time after the second time, if you win a third time or any time after that, then basically all Keep and Laughing does is restore all your mana points. So if you have quite a lot of mana points, you could theoretically just keep on building up your magic skill forever by just playing that game if you're really good at the game, because if you keep winning, then eventually you'll just keep getting free mana out of it, which I guess could be nice, but I don't really care. I mean, my character's not that magical. Obviously, I know some spells. Well, I have all the spells in the game except for Reversal, which we'll get later, but I don't, you know, I don't use magic that much. I'm not really that magical of a fighter. So, yeah. Anyway. Alright, so you've seen Force Bolt Flurry. In the next video, we'll continue on with regular game stuff. I will see you then, folks. Thanks for watching, and bye-bye for now.